Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here. Now our first story today is actually a follow-up to what we talked about yesterday. If you don't know what happened here, Chris from MrBeast's crew actually was going to be a father. And he posted a picture last night of his newborn son. This picture has almost 400,000 likes. People are really excited to see that he has become a dad. And they've decided to name their son Tucker Steven Tyson. So we might actually see him in some of the future MrBeast videos here, which is going to be amazing. Now our next story today has to do with the content creator Belle Delphine. Now, as a lot of us know, Belle Delphine recently came back. We talked about this in our last video, but why did Belle Delphine leave social media in the first place? Well, she tweeted this out yesterday. She says, "Why was I gone for so long? Well, I wanted to come back earlier, but I suppose jumping off of a roof into a kid's paddling pool wasn't a good idea, so I guess I had to stick with the rap video." And she shares here that her arm was pretty messed up for a long time there, and she wasn't able to make any content because of this. Now, a fan responded saying, "Why would you even attempt that?" She responded saying, "Because I'm dumb, stupid, and dumb." Now, our next story today comes from the YouTuber known as FaZe Adapt. Now, FaZe Adapt tweeted this out yesterday. It says, "To the guy who tried to ruin my day by smashing the windows on my GTR while I was asleep, I just want to let you personally know I'm still winning." So FaZe Adapt's car got pretty messed up last night, and we're not entirely sure if this was a viewer or not, but our next story today comes from Twitch. So it looks like Twitch has decided to cancel TwitchCon San Diego. Twitch posted here saying that in March, we made an incredibly difficult decision to cancel TwitchCon Amsterdam. Over the past few months, we have continued to closely monitor the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to restrictions on large gatherings and ongoing concerns for the health and safety of our community, the Twitch team and the local San Diego community, we have decided to cancel TwitchCon San Diego this fall. We are gutted that we won't be able to see all of you in person to connect and show you what we've been creating for you over the past year. While we can't gather in person, we're exploring ways that we could join forces in an alternate dimension later this year. We'll keep you posted. Now, our next story today comes from the YouTuber David Dobrik. Now, if you guys don't know, the US President Trump actually recently decided to try and end the DACA program. Now, what DACA is it actually allowed kids to stay in the United States even though they weren't US citizens. Now, back in 2017, when Trump was fighting to end DACA here, David Dobrik got pretty upset over this because he himself is a DACA recipient. He came to the United States from Slovakia when he was very, very young, and he's lived here ever since. And because of the president's actions on this, David Dobrik was not allowed out of the country anymore. He tweeted out back in 2017 saying that, "I'm sorry, I cannot attend VidCon Australia. As of yesterday, Trump has taken away all of my travel privileges." And there was even concerns here that David Dobrik will be deported from the United States, even though he's been here ever since he was a child. And he was extremely upset over this back when it happened. Well, just yesterday, the Supreme Court has decided to block Trump's decision on ending DACA. So it looks like David Dobrik is going to be able to stay in the US. And David was very excited about this today. He posted on his Twitter and Instagram saying, "Congrats, streamers. They can't get rid of us yet." YouTube posted to their Instagram saying, "Dreamers like David Dobrik remind us that greatness can come from anywhere. Thank you for using your platform to support DACA." Now, our next story today comes from the massive streamer and YouTuber Pokimane. So you guys might remember that a month ago, Pokimane got called out because on her stream, she was going after a YouTuber's sponsors. Now, this YouTuber is named Gundam. He was a smaller YouTuber. He made a video where he was criticizing Pokimane and her simp fans that he called them. Now, it came out that a lot of these tweets that Gundam showed in his video were in fact fake, but Pokimane went after his sponsors on her stream, and a lot of people got upset over that because they feel like YouTubers and streamers should not go after others' sponsors here.
And I will say, for this company to sponsor a video that's literally 20 minutes of talking shit about me, dude, your website's so ass it won't even load. But if you ever reach out to me, if I ever see you in my inbox, on site, on fucking site.
So Pokimane decided to finally publicly respond to this today on her Twitter. Pokimane tweeted out saying, "I'd like to publicly clarify that I don't condone going after someone or their sponsors simply because you disagree with them or because you dislike them. However, I also think that content that spreads lies, misinformation, and insults people based on their looks shouldn't be sponsored regardless of a channel's size. That sort of thing can traumatize people and fans and cause a lot of unnecessary hate. I understand if you disagree with my stance, but this is just my opinion, as you are allowed to have and share yours." Envy responded here saying, "No, you just watched his video on stream when you knew that your fanbase will attack his video, channel, and sponsors. And then you say that you never told your fans to attack his sponsors. So pathetic." Now, Pokimane responded here. She said, "Have you ever considered the hate that I get from videos that call me a thought for no reason and lie about my fans? I specifically tell my viewers not to attack others and only to leave constructive feedback if they want to. That's more courtesy than you'll ever see from a drama channel." Now, a person known as Pika Girl responded here saying, "All I want to say to you is grow up, take criticism for once in your life, life and publicly apologize to him and sponsors you attacked. It's simple stuff a grown woman like you can do. I hate that this has gotten this far, but you did start it all and you couldn't take criticism. Pokimane responded saying, I understand what you're saying and I've apologized for many things in the past. However, calling me a thought and lying about my fans is not criticism. And my opinion on whether or not that sort of thing should be sponsored is, in my opinion, not something I need to apologize for. If you disagree with me, that's cool and you can keep enjoying that sort of content. No one's forcing you to follow me or interact with me. Now, our next story of today comes from Billy Mitchell. Now, if you don't know who Billy Mitchell is, he was one of the people who had some of the highest scores on games like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. Now, over the past few years, many YouTubers have been exposing Billy Mitchell, showing that he could potentially have been cheating here and that his high scores are not valid. So a couple years ago, the Guinness Book of World Records decided to actually take away Billy Mitchell's high scores here, and it looks like they just decided to reinstate his high scores just today. This is insane. Billy Mitchell tweeted out here saying, ladies and gentlemen, the Guinness World Records has officially announced the full reinstatement of my Pac-Man and Donkey Kong records as a result of an independent, fair, and unbiased investigation. The Guinness Book of World Records also recognizes me as the first million-point Donkey Kong player. The Guinness Book of World Records also uploaded a video on this today. This is what they had to say. Just watch this.
But in 2018, some questions were raised about the technical aspects of his gameplay, and we therefore took the decision to disqualify his records. Mitchell then appealed that decision, and we subsequently reopened his case and re-examined the evidence. This involved reviewing both the existing evidence and newly sourced eyewitness testimony, plus some new expert gameplay analyses and hardware verification. In the end, we found that there just wasn't sufficient evidence to support the disqualification across the board. So the result is that the records management team has decided to reverse the decisions made and reinstate all of Mr. Mitchell's records for Pac-Man and Donkey Kong.
Now, many people on Twitter and other YouTubers completely disagree with this decision. They say here that they think that Billy Mitchell was cheating and that they've seen the proof and evidence of it, and it just does not make sense that they would reinstate his records. But many people feel like he might have just threatened them with a lawsuit, which is why they reinstated his records here. The YouTuber Vito tweeted out here saying, congratulations to the disgraced arcade champion Billy Mitchell, who has successfully had his high scores reinstated after threatening to sue the Guinness Book of World Records. The system works. Now, one of the YouTubers who originally exposed Billy Mitchell a couple years ago, known as Apollo Legend, he made a video last night where he says here that the Guinness Book of World Records endorses fake scores.
Today, Guinness World Records has firmly cemented themselves as the worst organization in record keeping. Guinness is infamous for verifying fake records. You'll remember they acknowledged Todd Rogers' fake dragster score. They've acknowledged at least one of Billy's fraudulent Donkey Kong scores. They now decide to give Billy his scores back. Guinness posted this cowardly video with ratings and comments turned off, explaining that after reviewing new evidence, they have decided to reinstate Billy's scores. What is that evidence? They don't tell us because they know it's crap. What's so weird about this is Billy demanded Guinness reinstate his records months ago, and yet they do it right now, just a couple weeks before the first hearing on Billy Mitchell's lawsuit against Twin Galaxies. It's almost like Guinness is working with him to try to win the lawsuit.
Now, our next story today comes from the massive YouTuber Jeffree Star. Now, Jeffree Star recently has been getting a ton of backlash for a brand that he created early on in his career. This brand was called Lipstick Nazi, and it was extremely offensive to many, many people. So many people over Twitter and over social media have been trying to cancel Jeffree Star over the past few days, and Jeffree has been losing thousands of followers over Instagram, over YouTube, over all the social medias, because people are just so upset that he would ever do something like this. So Jeffree Star got so much hate over the situation that he had to publicly apologize yesterday over Twitter. He said, hey everyone, over the last week, a few old photos and a screenshot of an old website splash page from 2004 to 2006 have resurfaced, and I'd like to address them. When I was 17, I stupidly referred to anyone who was obsessed with makeup as a lipstick Nazi. It was offensive, derogatory, and for shock value. It does not reflect who I am today and what I stand for or have ever stood for. The word itself is disgusting, and I will always be deeply sorry to anyone who had seen that, and I will continue to be sorry for all the dumb, vile shit I've said in my past. I want to clear up the misconception that I ever had a makeup company before Jeffree Star Cosmetics. That is 100% false, and a rumor started to smear my name. The website that some are claiming that I made never happened or existed. Also, I've seen a very old photo of me standing next to someone who has a Confederate flag on in a diner that was in California. I was asked to be in that photo for shock value because I was gay, and obviously it was not what the flag represents. I was mocking the flag, but now seeing how ugly and wrong it was to be next to it. Should I have told them not to do the photo? Absolutely, but I made a stupid decision decision to stand there and I'm sorry for my actions. I will always agree with canceling the Jeffree from 10 to 15 years old. That person is long gone, but I'm also extremely proud of owning an all-inclusive makeup brand where I celebrate all races and genders. I won't let my past overshadow what I am today and will always use my platform to spread awareness and only show inclusivity. I want to apologize and say sorry again to everyone who I offended for my past actions. I will always be sorry. Now, many YouTubers claim here that Jeffree Star was lying in his apology here. The YouTuber known as Honest tweet out saying the fact that the more you dig, the more disgusting things you find out about Jeffree Star. If people didn't find out, then he wouldn't have apologized. He's just sorry that he got caught. His racism is an extensive history. If you support him, you're disgusting. There shouldn't be any debate. D'Angelo Wallace tweet out here saying Jeffree Star be like sorry for poking you in your left eye as he pokes you in your right eye while explaining that he's different now and he would never poke anybody. Now, one content creator had a different opinion on Jeffree here. She tweeted out saying people can say what they want about Jeffree Star, but he is the only person on the planet who FaceTime called me to wish me a happy launch and have a good old kiki. He's always supported me since he found me on Twitter, and the Jeffree y'all know isn't the one that I know. Now, speaking of Jeffree Star, it looks like Jeffree decided to issue a copyright takedown on a well-known YouTuber. Now, this YouTuber's name is Liam, and one of Liam's recent videos exposing Jeffree Star was taken down and blocked by Jeffree Star here, and Liam tweeted out here saying, do y'all know any lawyers? Liam then posted here saying that he's going to try to counter the claims, and the YouTuber known as T-Spill responded saying, I'm so happy you're fighting it. Copyright takedowns is only used if someone re-uploads your entire content, so this is a false claim. When you appeal the strike, I think it gives the other party 10 to 14 days to show proof legal action is being started. No proof equals released by YouTube. Now, Liam responded saying, thank you so much. The lawyer I spoke to doesn't think they'll file legal action because it's a textbook case of fair use, but we'll see. Now, the YouTuber known as Will and E is also dealing with copyright claims on his videos. He tweeted out here saying, we've got a Will and Jim video ready, but it's blocked pretty much worldwide. Now, many other YouTubers and streamers have recently been dealing with issues with their channels. The YouTuber known as Philip here tweeted out saying, YouTube has suddenly decided that new videos of mine aren't suitable for monetization and the views have been halved. The YouTuber and streamer Gundam tweeted out saying, all my videos were deleted off of Twitch and the highlights. What? They had thousands of views each. All that's left are clips from 4 years ago. And recently people have found a very strange ad that has been appearing on YouTube videos. The YouTuber Mr. Creepypasta tweeted about this. He says, YouTube, this isn't really about my channel, but kind of just what kind of ads are these? Do you guys need to look into this? And he shows here that someone has gotten ads saying to go to YouTube, download videos, re-upload them, and monetize those videos to make money from them. Literally just telling people to steal content. Now, our next story today has to do with H3H3 and Keemstar. I'm sure many of you guys know that H3H3 and Keemstar had a pretty big feud, and one of the people that got caught in this feud, in this drama, is known as Gokunaru. He made a video criticizing Ethan back in 2018. Now, his video was since taken down, and this was because of some of the content in his skits in that video, and H3H3 decided to respond to Gokunaru's entire video on his podcast. Well, Gokunaru decided to make a response video to Ethan just today, and this is a very long video where he goes in detail on where he thinks Ethan is wrong here and where he himself thinks that he messed up in his own video. Now, our final story today comes from YouTube. Now, a week ago, YouTube pledged $100 million to support Black creators. It was a very big deal. A lot of people were excited to see YouTube do this, but it looks like a bunch of smaller Black YouTubers have decided to sue YouTube for discrimination. The lawsuit filed Tuesday in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California accuses YouTube of overt, intentional, and systematic racial discrimination, saying the company rigged the game by restricting and blocking these Black YouTubers based on their racial identity by not subjecting YouTube's own produced videos to the same scrutiny. The YouTubers also complain of YouTube profiting off of videos with hate speech, which remain up with advertising on the site. The suit also accuses YouTube of bugging the creators' videos with metadata and other signals that let its automated systems filter videos based on race, identity, or viewpoint of the creator, the channel subscribers, and its viewers. Videos by the YouTubers filing the suit have been restricted, removed, limited in how much advertising revenue they earn, or demonetized completely. So YouTube said Thursday that it is reviewing the complaint. It added that it allows anyone to post videos that abide by the site's policies and guidelines, which it says it enforces in a neutral and consistent way. YouTube wants the service to include a variety of voices and perspectives, the company said. Asked about the lawsuit later Thursday during a virtual event with the Washington Post, the YouTube CEO said the company was going to look at the complaint and try to understand what the concerns are there. But that's it for our video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.